Well then, take two recording this since last time I tried to do this, all 40 minutes of the audio corrupted. Yeah, all I was trying to do is record something for a quick short announcing a race. So yeah, you're just gonna have my delirious rambling here in the background. I go around the track. Anyway, my braking setup is very much focused on the front, so these front tires don't go cold. I got it set to 75%. Oh, mouse is in the way. Speaking of tires not going cold, that's the way of warming them up. Oh, come on, man, lock in. Also, I kind of broke my sim setup earlier on, so it's sitting at an angle and is quite literally held together by tape. Which is certainly the experience. But here we go. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it be on my YouTube or Instagram. Oh, my wrist. That actually hurt. Ow. And now I've got completely cooked rear tires, which means no grip. Oh, my front left is cooked as well now, that's great. Backing it up. We try again. Whoop, whoop. Oh my god, look at those tires. Well, I'm just gonna take it a bit easier. We're gonna let them cool down. Fronts are cold now, it's fine. I've got front brake bias anyway, so they should warm up easily if they go cold. I need to, you know what, put down, fuck it. Right, we go again. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it be my Instagram or YouTube. Would be nice if you came and followed my Twitch as well, which you can find in the description for both channels. Would like to announce I'm doing a solo man 24-hour race around this very track. he says as it crashes. God fucking damn it. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it be my YouTube or Instagram. You can find the link for my Twitch as well in the bio of each channel if you want to go give us a follow there to watch stuff live if you really want to. But I would like to announce I'm doing a 24-hour solo man race around this very track, of course the Nürburgring endurance layout. By solo man, I mean nobody else on the track, but I also can't swap drivers for 24 hours. He says he crashes into a wall. I'm really sucking ass at doing this YouTube thing. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it's my YouTube or Instagram. You can find a link for my Twitch in the description for both profiles. As well again. Don't even fucking bother. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it's my Instagram or YouTube. If you want to come follow my Twitch as well, you can find it in the description for both profiles. But I would like to announce I'm doing a solo man 24-hour race around this very track, the Nürburgring, some of you may notice. By solo man I mean nobody else on the track of course, but also no driver swaps for 24 hours. Which means it will be an actual test of endurance. I can't do 6 hours on, and then like 6 hours off and swap with a person. Well, of course, throw in a break or two for like 30 minutes just so my back doesn't completely explode and so I can eat food. But that would be about it. And you can see, I'm not exactly the greatest driver. So if you want to give us a follow as well, if you want to watch the journey all the way up until I eventually do that, and see me hopefully improve my sim racing skills, then it would be heavily appreciated. Hello and welcome to whichever channel you're viewing this on. God damn it. To the mini carousel. Here we are. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it be my YouTube or Instagram. Would be appreciated if you come and follow my Twitch as well, which you can find in the description on both platforms. Ideally, if you want to watch this fuck-ass drive live, why did I say that? I can't put that on Instagram now. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this video on, whether it is my YouTube or Instagram. Would be appreciated if you came and followed my Twitch as well if you want to catch us live at some point. Would like to announce I'm doing a solo man 24-hour Nürburgring race at some point, which means no driver swaps for me, nobody else on track either though. But that does mean I can't do like 6 hours on and 6 hours off. I have got to drive for pretty much 24 hours straight. Now, of course, there is... I hate this, 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 I hate this. I'm gonna crash out. Come on, turn, goddammit. Hello and welcome to whichever social you're viewing this on, whether it's my YouTube or Instagram. Would be nice if you came and followed my Twitch as well, which you can find the link for in the description on both profiles. I'd like to announce I'm going to be driving 24 hours around the Nürburgring by myself. Means nobody else on track of course, but I also can't do any driver swaps, like, at all. So it would be appreciated if you came and followed my journey by following me in at least one of the platforms and watch me slowly improve all the way up until that point where I end up taking on the challenge, which will probably end up being around about October, maybe September if I'm feeling nice. But that's going to be pretty much it from me. There will be a longer video pushed out on my YouTube from the back of this as well, mostly just me rambling like I would if it was Jimmy Broadbent or something. But that's it. It would be nice if you came and followed me. Thank you. See, that wasn't that bad, was it? Okay, now that part's done and out of the way after 13 minutes. Took me 40 minutes last time for that. Now I can just do the incoherent rambling most sim drivers do. Now as you can see yourself, I am not great at this game at all, but it would be nice if at some point I could get a collab with somebody like SimQuips or something. In fact, we'll probably end up meeting once I get back into a Assetto Corsa Competizione, which by the way I just cannot get the grips of that game for the life of me, whereas this I feel like it's a lot more intuitive, I'm gonna be honest. Which is why I feel like games like Assetto Corsa Evo, which is hopefully coming out soon, is going to be massive for the sim racing space, because it should fill in that void we've been missing for a decent while now, since Project Cars decided to completely fuck up their thing they had going there. I'm not going to say it is Simcade like Project Cars was, but there's going to drag more people due to the open world aspect it's got, and the customization I think is meant to have in it as well, which I think we've already saw some glimpses of in other people's videos. It looks like it's just going to be an overall fun game as well. They improved the sound of the engines and the exhaust on the cars, so just the cars in general sound like they're going to be overall better for when it comes to audio. But that's not going to be the most important part. The most important part is going to be the driving aspect of it, of course. Now, Assetto Corsa by itself is already a very, very good game when it comes to the driving functions. Not as good as a game like iRacing, of course, or even the follow-up, which was Competizione, but that was purely for GT cars. but it's still pretty damn good, where you can get in here and tell, yeah, this is kind of realistic. I can at least learn a thing or two by playing this game. So I'm going to be really excited for when that game comes out, actually. Speaking of, is there like anything else you'd want me to say? I've got like BeamNG and automation. I might do a live stream at one point on the Twitch where I'm just designing a car in automation and testing out BeamNG, which of course would become long form content after the stream itself. So I had to lock in there a little bit. See why people do struggle when they're doing this. I would like to chase collabs with SoundClips at some point. Really fun videos to watch. In fact, I'm in the Discord. Pretty sure I'm paying their YouTube premium fee as well, which is kind of neat, of course. I have a feeling that'd be kind of funny, just having a guy that's absolute ass at proper sim racing and a video like that. Maybe I could go in and cause an upset, maybe undersell myself or something. Man, I kinda nailed the downshifts there, I'm gonna be honest. I can never get this section down at all. I'm just horrible at it. I cannot get the grips of the carousel at all. But as you can see, I'm in the Ferrari GT3 car, which is actually really good. I'm real confident in this car, unlike a lot of the other GT3 cars out there, especially that BMW. I went in that BMW and it just felt so slow. It was understeering left, right and centre, and I hadn't even played about with the setup or anything. Maybe use one. Guess I'm gonna need to wait for my tires to go down again, but maybe use one real life content of me driving as well. I'm currently got a Mini Cooper F56 just sitting in the driveway. I'm slowly modifying. The last owner very kindly put some Bilstein suspension on it, which we'll see as I drive about the track. There we are, but yeah, the last owner put Bilstein suspension on it. I have retuned the engine and put a new air filter in, meaning we're now pushing about 240 horsepower. I think that's about as far as the changes go though. Brakes, oh my god, these tires are so done. Brakes is potentially going to be the next part in the car. Obviously the better the brakes, the more confident I can be when driving. I like it's a slow car. 0 to 60 is setting like, I'd say about 6.3 seconds maybe. A top speed of just under 150. The fastest I've had it is 137. Which it can definitely go faster than that. Maybe if I start earning money off this, or I just get the money off my normal job, I'll buy another car. I mean like a proper shitbox for me to modify. Like the Datsun pickup truck, if you've ever saw that. Like, very goofy looking car like that. It'd be pretty fun. You can't tell, I'm on the verge of just having a complete crash out. Where these fucking rear tires just constantly being cooked. Like, cool down, goddamn. Like, I've set the front brake bias as well to 75%, meaning when I'm braking, almost all the heat is going into the front so I can keep those warm. What's the fucking point if the rear tires don't want to cook themselves, you know? But yeah, I think it's in real life, that sign there, the Audi Sport one, where you see Bilstein on it now. Maybe it's further up the road, up here. I know it is. Oh, is it coming? Yeah, there it is. Bilstein, suspension on my car. I wonder what time my car could set around the Nürburgring in like Misha's hands or something, because it's by no means a slow car. And yes, it's front wheel drive, which means, oh, it's going to understeer, but that has been tweaked, so it doesn't actually understeer a lot. If anything, I feel like it turns as well as like a very well set up rear wheel drive car. And with it being front wheel drive, it means you can just send it into corners without really having much issues. Which I feel like is a definite bonus. I hate this corner as well. And the thing is, I'm not a slow driver, I'm just very inconsistent. Genuinely. What videos do you actually want from me? Obviously, 24-hour race around the Nürburgring myself is going to be pretty damn hard. I'm hoping I can at least get something from that as well, if not just a lot of fun doing it. I plan on making that a pretty big event, but it's not that far away. I'm not going to be able to gain lots of people for that, which is why I'm hoping just a video like this picks up off the grid. But what do you actually want me to play? Do you want me to expand from sim racing? Do you want me to move into real life content? Do you want me to play games out with the sim racing? Do you want me to play Rocket League, get more cars involved? I used to actually be pretty good at Rocket League. I'm not going to say I was amazing, but I was a freestyler, so I definitely did not put myself in ranked matches. I could hit some nasty shots back in my day. I was alright. I'm not going to say I'm a post fire or anything, but I wasn't that bad. You know, it wasn't that long ago either where I was trying to beat Nicky Lauda's lap record around the Nordschleife layout, which was a 6:58 for him, if I remember right. Bear in mind, which was during the qualifying trim with him. Whereas I set mine to the bog standard car and the hard tyres, but I would need up about 10 seconds off. Which for a lap around the Nordschleife layout of the track, pretty damn good. I'm not gonna say it's pretty damn good. People definitely could have gone faster, but it's not something you're gonna see people just beat right off the back again in the car, that's for sure. I definitely could have chucked a bit more at it, but I was like 2 hours deep. It was at midnight by that point because my dumb ass decided to do it 10 p.m. I'm very much a life lesson for most sim racers as well. Don't get dumbass ideas at 10 p.m. and don't stick to them. Otherwise you'll end out a professional crash out like me, or just very tired before you go into work, I'm gonna be honest. Which, fun fact, I work for a company that sponsors a... oh god, what's the Ferrari racing series? I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the name of it. But yeah, we sponsored a GT3 team previously, and there used to be a GT4 team as well, I'm pretty sure. Now we're just in the normal bog standard Ferrari Challenge series. But yeah, I work for a company that sponsors one of those cars. Maybe one day I should do like a J-Schlat and we just go drink driving in BeamNG. Yeah, that surely is a very Not so clickbaity title, but it probably gets some views. But yeah, would be nice if this channel picked up a bit. I've obviously not done a lot with it yet, but it's definitely not going to get abandoned per se either. But I think I'm going to end this here before I just start completely crashing out over my very crappy driving skills. As I said, would be appreciated. Just pop us a quick subscribe button or something. Go follow my Twitch. Follow us on Instagram if you want actual posts, which of course I can upload more frequently than full-length YouTube videos. Maybe even at that point I'll update you on what I'm doing with my actual car itself. Jesus Christ. But I definitely would be appreciated. Plus, my current target demographic is very much a car, guys. It's like 24 to 35 year old purely males. It has not went out of that in their age range or the gender range either. Mostly in the UK, but that's just because it's where my YouTube channel is set to, probably. Of course, I'm pretty sure my YouTube channel is set to Scotland, which is where I actually am from. So if you see a dark blue Mini Cooper F56, it's going suspiciously fast and has just overtaken a BMW M3 by any chance, feel free to come shout at me in my DMs. I'm definitely all ears for your complaints, and I will 100% follow what you say, especially if it's stuff about sticking to the speed limit on the public roads. You know, I'm always one for training, you know, and you want to be a good driver, you better stick to the speed limits. No pushing yourself around the track and finding the limits, you know. But yeah, I know, one of the most fun times I had with my Mini Cooper is just when I was racing a BMW down the motorway. We were caught about 130 before I had to take my turn off. It was about 11 PM at night, so there was no police either, and the motorway I was on had no speed cameras on it. You know, I speed every single day of my life. Yeah, I've not been pulled over for speeding either. Which is kind of funny, because that now means I've had more parking tickets than speeding tickets. I've had one parking ticket, by the way. Biggest shock of my life getting that through the fucking door, like £100, no. And that was at the same time I just got in my car reaching as well. But yeah, you know what? I'm definitely going to knuckle down on automation actually. I could make a long form content video on that, just having fun. I got a car company in there called Bashusita or something like that, if I remember right. I've not exactly got the pronunciation 100% down. But it's just a car company where I can create crazy cars for fun. I think I've got a road car there with like 800 horsepower, which isn't a lot for automation. Because the fact it weighs practically nothing, and it's technically all-wheel drive. Technically, but 25% of the power is towards the front wheel and the rest is rear wheel. It's mostly just rear wheel drive with slight twinges of front wheel drive when you really need it. That car's scary to drive, even on like a controller. I think it may be easier to drive on controller than an actual steering wheel as well. I also made a WRC car for them, a electric drag variant and a normal petrol drag variant. I'm sure you can guess a normal petrol drag variant goes quite a bit quicker. Also, I hate what electric cars have become. We went from having like the Tesla Model S, not Model S, the original Tesla Roadster, which was gonna say innovative? Yeah, where the fuck that word? I'm not gonna say it really changed up the electric car space a lot, but it was still something special. There was no cars like that back then, really, where you could say, yeah, this is an electric sports car. There's people still driving those today with newer batteries in them, and God, I would love to get my hands on one of them just so I can drive it. That's what I think electric cars should have become. But now they've just become these big electric fucking bricks, egg-shaped cars that I could probably carve out of a soap bar if I really wanted to. And it's just not what people want. People are only driving them because the UK government has practically forced them to, which is why I feel like there's a slight uprising in the UK car market, especially when it comes to used cars for petrol. Because the electric cars are just depreciating instantly. They're not as fun to drive either. And they are, like, if I remember, 2 times more likely to hit somebody, or was it 4 times? Yeah, 4 times more likely to hit a pedestrian and kill them than a petrol car. Now, of course, you can say, ooh, petrol cars get into more crashes a year though than electric cars. But you want to know something? You can shut the fuck up. Because there's a very easy reason to why that's happening. There is more petrol power cars on the road currently than there is electric. And it's just a fact. Though, of course, there are more cars on the road, of course more of them are going to get into crashes. It's expected, but when you look at the actual statistical numbers of it in percentages, then electric cars are more likely. Like, for example, Doris, your 80-year-old who's come from our 84 horsepower 4-door Astra and is now driving a big fucking Tesla because she felt like it more realistically like some fucking VW shitbox from the dealership. Not even VW, that's too much. Probably Vauxhall she's been scammed out of in the dealership. It's just gonna absolutely crush somebody. She went from having like 84 horsepower to like 400. Like a 5 times rise in horsepower. Who the fuck came up with that idea? And the thing is, even if it doesn't have as much power, all of that is coming instantly. She's went from being able to drive the car slowly by driving normal, to having to purposely go out of their way of driving slowly, which is a conscious effort, and driving normal now is Doris driving as fast as she fucking can by accident. Now poor Doris is doing 80 miles an hour in her fucking egg-shaped car. She's already ploughed through fucking 3 school gardens there. She got a kill count of fucking 20. What the police are doing is chasing John and his Honda Civic. That's obviously a bit exaggerated. John and his Honda Civic probably had crashed about 30 miles ago. But still, I'm not going to say fuck Doris, but fuck Doris and their electric car. Give Doris her 4-door Astras again with 84 horsepower. I guarantee you, Doris will never see a crash again that is her fault. In fact, she'll probably be more likely to not be involved in a crash at that point. Even excluding Doris from the situation. Sure, the car might take longer to pull out from a fucking junction. So you know what that causes? You subconsciously go, oh, my car might not make that. I'm just gonna wait until I can. Maybe that's just my brain thinking normally, unlike a lot of the drivers on the roads nowadays. I'm not gonna say UK drivers are bad. They're not bad by any means, but there is some special, in air quotation, cases out there. Now, how this went from me announcing a 24-hour Nürburgring race to me talking about Doris and an electric shitbox and ranting about electric cars in general. Maybe we should leave Doris alone for now. That's a video for the future. But yeah, if you want to get me behind the wheel of an electric car, it needs to be innovative. It needs to be like a sports car or something. It can't be boring like a fucking Tesla Model S. You can say, oh, but it's fast. Okay, it's only fast because it's electric. My car is faster than some Teslas, And it doesn't have like fucking 400, 500 horsepower, it's got 240. And you want to know why my car is faster, despite the fact I'm not showing my driving skills right now around this track. I'm a better driver than the majority of the UK. I can do 100, I would say for some people can do 60. I've done 120 down UKB roads, which is an average drive for your average car guy. I once was actually going that fast down a back road and my brakes had caught on fire. That was fun, I recorded that on GoPro as well. I was like, is that smoke coming over the hood of my car? And then I step out, I open the hood and it was not my fucking engine at least. Because that was what I was mostly worried about. But no, I get out of the car, I look at the hood, I'm like, that's not it. I can see the smoke clear as day. Then I get around to my brakes, and there they are, they're just smoking alive. They have been, like, absolutely cooked from my driving. Maybe I was going too fast, okay, but I saw a person in front of me, I wanted to catch up with them. You can't see I've never driven like that before. You know, I was looking at what the cost of compound charge in my car would be as well. Not even gonna bother in that. That was like £4,000 to £5,000 a compound charge in my car, which, bear in mind, is already twin turbo. But obviously compound charging means I get the extra benefit of having a supercharger in there as well. Also makes my car a little bit more unique, which is what I love about the kind of car community over here in the UK. It's not all about who's got the most expensive, flashiest car. It's about whose car is more unique. Whose car can you point at and go, yeah, I'm going to take that car any time of the day if I want to be flashy. Which I absolutely love, because it means you're not going to go to a place like Kuwait and it's just going to be Lamborghini, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Ferrari. Ooh, Lotus. Whereas if you come over here, it's fucking Big Dave, shitbox Ford Focus RS from the early 2000s. And you open up the engine and it's gleaming. It's got red heads on there. It's pushing about 300, 400 horsepower. It's been converted to all-wheel drive. That thing's a full case. Like if you look at EcoTune, who works on my car as well, he made an 800 horsepower Golf. They did a sub 10 second quarter mile. 800 horsepower Golf. I was insane that is. I wouldn't even dream of getting 800 horsepower of my current engine. The amount of modifications it must have had to make to that as well. I can't speak highly enough of EcoTune. They only work on like German cars, by the way, and yes, my car's a Mini, it's British. But it's a purely disguised British car. It's secretly just a German with a British cap on or something. You know, it's like seeing a German walking about with an England football shirt on. It's not really English, but it's kinda giving off the appearance, you know? I was once gonna buy a big wang for my car as well, but I decided to hold back on that. Can you by any chance tell that I really enjoy cars despite being very shit at driving race cars? But yeah, you know what? I am gonna leave this here. As we come around onto the final straight before I absolutely bin again. But as I said, I'm gonna leave this here for this video at least. You got the 48 minutes back again after the last time I attempted this. Completely corrupted, every single bit of the audio was unlistenable. I'm going to upload this without listening to my own voice, otherwise I'll click the cancel button. But yeah, I will let you go now. Try and enjoy the rest of your day, or well, try and enjoy the next day depending on what time you're watching this. Maybe this uploads at midnight without me realising it. No flashy editing either, since that's not something I can do very well. All I need to do is get that one section out of it. But yeah, your feedback would be appreciated. Just pop them pop them in the comment section. That's it. Pop your suggestions in the comment section. And yeah, just tell me what you want to see on this channel. Is it just want me to focus on more sim racing? Do you want me to move away from this and be a lot more broad when it comes to my content? Probably not on YouTube, but still, do it. Just pop a comment in there. I want to see what's happening, and obviously subscribe, please. But yeah, I'll let you go now. Thank you.